Right, so it's been a little while since we spoke about the pink sauce situation, but today we actually have quite a few updates. We've got new products that Chef P has released, we've got a competitor brand that has released something very similar that might have just done it a little bit better, and then we've also got a response video from Chef P herself talking about the last few months and specifically talking about Dave's Gourmet. Right, so to start off, it seems like Chef P and Dave's Gourmet have officially split. Obviously, Dave's Gourmet was the company that Chef P was working with when she tried to launch the pink sauce by herself and ultimately failed. Dave's Gourmet reached out to her, they came to a deal where they would actually produce the sauce and all Chef P had to do was make some TikToks about it. And then Chef P would get a split of the money. She ended up getting paid $120,000 in a year for the product. So she had a really good year. She earned $120K for herself in the first year of this product releasing with Dave's Gourmet. It's pretty good going. Well, it would be good going for most people because Chef P then went on to spend all of that money and make a GoFundMe claiming that she had no money to her name and Dave's Gourmet hadn't paid her enough. Now, it has since been proven by Dave's Gourmet that they did pay Chef P enough and in fact would actually pay her in advance, like before she was supposed to be paid, just to help out with her financial situation. I've made multiple videos going through that situation, but it seems like if Chef P and Dave's Gourmet did stay together for the second year, she probably wouldn't earn as much anyways because the pink sauce is currently on the shelves of Dollar Tree for what, $1.25? And to put this into context, when the pink sauce first released, with just Chef P releasing it herself, I believe it was like $20 a bottle. Now obviously the bigger bottles were probably bigger, hence why they're more expensive, but still $1.25 for this pink sauce now is just proof that no one really wants to buy it. And they're probably just trying to get rid of stock at this point because like I said, it seems like Chef P and Dave's Gourmet are no longer working together because Chef P is now releasing the products herself again. Because you know, the first time round that went so well, didn't it? Not only is she re-releasing the pink sauce, she's now actually releasing the blue sauce.
Alright y'all, let me show y'all one of the ways I mixed the blue sauce. And oh my gosh, it was so good. Okay, so
it just doesn't look appealing, does it? I feel like the novelty's worn off at this point. Like, the reason it went viral in the first place because the sauce was a different colour than what anyone had seen before, and it had nothing to do with the taste because no one had tasted it to that point. People have now tasted it, or at least the first batch, and also Dave's Gourmet's batch, and said that it's nothing really special, it's just a sauce. And then obviously when you add in all the problems that the pink sauce has had that we've been covering on this channel, the novelty really has worn off. The only real positive they've got is that the sauce is like a vibrant colour. Sometimes.
We gonna need an activator, okay? So here, I'm adding in the blue seasoning and then
So what I will say about this is that this is definitely a bit smarter, it seems. Because she's not selling the blue sauce as just a blue sauce, it's seasoning. So it's just like powder that she puts in the water and then puts some other ingredients in it to make the blue sauce. To me, it feels like a lot less can go wrong with that. So, I mean, that's a positive. And as we can see by Chef P's website, she has released these products. She's got the pink sauce seasoning, the sweet blue sauce seasoning, the sweet pink sauce seasoning, and just blue sauce seasoning. Apparently, the blue sauce seasoning is sold out. I don't know how many products she was selling. That could literally mean anything. She might have only sold like 30 of them and said it sold out. She might have sold thousands. Who knows? She's also released the pink sauce itself by the looks of it here for $20 again. Apparently it's sold out too. There's also an option to pay in installments. And I mean, look, I'm not really going to give you like financial advice or anything, but if you are going to put yourself in some debt, I definitely wouldn't use pink sauce to do it. But it's interest free, I guess, so if you really want to drop over $50 on pink sauce after everything we've heard, then be my guest. Now, as you can see here, I've got two items in my basket because I did actually try and like buy the blue and the pink sauce seasoning to try and like a video. Thought it'd make good content. It doesn't ship to the UK, which is a bit of a nightmare. I thought it might because it's just seasoning. I don't know the rules behind that, so maybe she's not allowed to. But speaking of the UK and pink sauce, there's actually a TikTok account going around right now that are posting a few videos with their own type of pink sauce, and it's going mega viral. In fact, they're getting a lot more views than Chef P's videos recently. How we make pink mayo sauce. And then they just show the process. It all looks a bit more professional. Obviously, this is an actual restaurant here in the UK. And yeah, I mean, pink mayo, I guess. I believe it's literally just like mayo with beetroot and a few other things. But yeah, it looks like people are catching on. Here's another video of the pink sauce, and I will say the marketing looks very similar to Chef P's, if they did get the idea from that, putting on the chicken wings and stuff. Like, it does seem like they've seen Chef P's videos and seen that they went viral and went, oh, we can actually do this, but like properly. And again, I would actually love to go and try this for a video, you know, trying some pink sauce, whatnot. The restaurants are fairly close to me, but the problem is, I'm allergic to eggs, and mayonnaise has eggs. I can't eat it. So it does seem like my pink sauce dreams are well and truly done. It does seem like I'm not going to be able to consume pink sauce anytime soon, which maybe is a good thing, you know, it might be a good thing for my health. But yeah, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Chef P has actually now released a video kind of going into details of what's happened over the past few months, and what is the status of the pink sauce now, what is happening in the future, what was her experience with Dave's Gourmet, everything else. Let's actually hear Chef P's reasoning, because we haven't really heard too much other than a GoFundMe recently.
To start the story off, me and Dave's Gourmet has been in disagreement about this since January of 2023. When the pink sauce first went into stores, Dave's Gourmet wasn't sharing information with me, simple information, like as far as how many bottles were in the first purchase order.
Now here's the thing with Chef P going into details about this, right? She might be telling the truth here, but it's so hard to believe her because all she's really done is lie throughout this. I mean, she made a GoFundMe saying that Dave's Gourmet isn't paying her, and it turns out they actually pays her $120,000 in a year. And not only were they paying Chef P, they were paying her earlier than what the contract stated because she needed it. They were trying to do a good thing, I guess, and give her some money before she actually earned it. And she obviously left out them details when she was trying to get donations from people, so it's really hard to believe anything she says at this point.
And that's when I knew something wasn't right. Now, the quality issue began with the first run. So the first run, they did a run of 5,000 units, and everyone was complaining because the sauce was like orange. Dave's Gourmet told me, rest assured, we're gonna be able to fix the color issue.
I mean, let's not pretend that the color issue only started when Dave's Gourmet got involved. Before anyone knew who Dave's Gourmet was, before they were even mentioned in this whole situation, one of the biggest criticisms against the pink sauce was the fact that it was never actually pink. So no, that is not just a Dave's Gourmet problem. And this seems like something that Chef P is doing quite a lot with, like, talking about Dave's Gourmet. She tries to make it seem as if they're at fault for all these problems that happened even before they were involved. It makes zero sense, but she's still doing it to this day, it seems. I mean, this video right now was uploaded 2 days ago.
Now, in the creation of the pink sauce, y'all know I compared the pink sauce as a Beyonce sauce. Like, this is the Beyonce of the sauces.
Yeah, you are definitely the only person who made that comparison. But you know what? That's actually a good question you guys can answer in the comments. We might have a bit of a heated debate. What, in your opinion, is the Beyonce of the sauce? Let me know. I would probably say, in my opinion, it's Nando's sauce, but I think that's like a UK thing. I don't know if you have Nando's in America. Plus, people in the UK would still probably disagree with me, but it is my favourite sauce. So that would be my answer. Right, you know what? I'm getting a bit off track. Let me know in the comments.
It was about marketing. It was about this being something new, something the world has never seen.
Yeah, and the marketing was the thing that you were responsible for. As per the contract we've now seen, it was Dave's Gourmet's responsibility to make the product and actually sell it and whatnot. And all Chef P had to do was the marketing, which, by the way, meant TikToks for absolutely free.
That means if it's an innovative brand, then you have to have the proper marketing strategies in place. And you also have to be able to tell a story to your audience where they can understand.
Oh, but you had the easiest job in marketing. Do you know how many companies would kill to have the marketing strategy that Chef P had for this product once upon a time? You've got companies all around the world spending ridiculous amounts of money for marketing, just trying to get their company up and running. And then you've got Chef P here, where all she had to do was sit down with a chicken wing, dip it in some sauce, and eat it. It was a 20-second video and they were getting millions of views. That would be a marketing dream for so many companies. There's no expenses, unless you really want to count, like, the food, but it's very low, and then we're still getting a crazy amount of attention. So I don't understand why she's being so, like, picky about the marketing and whatnot, as if that was Dave's Gourmet's responsibility.
We had no professional marketing for the pink sauce. All of the visuals you guys were seeing were things that I put together myself.
Yeah, we can tell.
The pitch decks and the style of the graphics and everything, all of that came from my Canva.
Yeah, but that's what your responsibility was. If that wasn't your responsibility, then what on earth are you doing in this agreement? What would be your job? I think Chef P was just shocked that she still had to work when Dave's Gourmet said that they would work with her. I think she genuinely thought she could just sit back and the money would just fly in.
I had to take a long time to think about like how I'm going to talk about this, due to the fact that they've crossed me so much that I have no choice but to file suit. Right now, I am not in a financial position where I can file suit.
And from what we know, I'm not really sure that would go too well, but I'm not a lawyer, so I don't really know. But from the information that we've seen, I don't really see where her side is in this.
My focus is starting over, giving you guys what I seen in the beginning. The pink sauce was supposed to be here like the real pink sauce, the vibrant, bright pink sauce, the amazing tasting pink sauce.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a couple of years now and we still haven't ever seen that. So it probably is about time, right?
Now, the pink sauce has sold over 200,000 units. The pink sauce has grossed over $2 million in less than a year.
I mean, if that is true and them numbers are accurate, then that is obviously very successful. That's a successful product. Again, you've got to kind of take everything that Chef P says with a pinch of salt. But if that is true, that's good news for her, right? I hope the brand is successful, as long as it's obviously safe. But even if that is true, I would highly doubt she would get anywhere near that amount of sales at this point, because I think people are over it. I mean, if we look at a page and we ignore the pinned videos that were uploaded months ago, or in some cases years ago, they're not really getting the views they did. Like, actually nowhere near. I mean, the most viewed video I can see here is 184k, where it's just kind of like a joke saying that it's like pesto in the sauce. But actual videos of the product itself getting maybe 30, 40k, which again, is still good numbers, right? There's still a lot of people that are going to see your product, but how many of them are actually going to buy the product? That's my question. I don't think that many. Especially when you compare it to the fact that once upon a time she was getting 14.8 million views on a video talking about the pink sauce. Like, this brand could have been so fucking successful if she just knew what she was doing, like, once upon a time, and didn't release a product before she knew what she was doing. She did kind of shoot herself in the foot with that, but I mean, good luck to her, right? I hope it goes well.
I have to move on at this point in my life. I have to move on and not allow these people to further deteriorate my brand. The reason why the pink sauce was $20 a bottle is because we use all natural ingredients. The pink sauce was formulated with no preservatives and no food like additive, like artificial colors.
And in a lot of cases, it wasn't even edible, which was a big problem. Like, I get it, right? Natural ingredients, all that, so you're gonna charge a little bit more, $20 for the product, but in a lot of cases, you couldn't even consume it because it blew up on delivery. So there's a lot of problems here. Like, yes, Dave's Gourmet might have used different ingredients, hence why it was maybe a different color, you know, it was more orange than pink, but at least it was edible. At least you could actually consume it.
So right now, I'm beginning my business over completely as a small business with the pink seasoning. With the pink seasoning, I can guarantee quality by you being able to mix the dry mix to whatever color you like, and you also can mix the sauces and create whatever color that you can make between blue and pink.
I mean, look, right, we've criticised the pink sauce lady a lot, Chef P, throughout the years, but I do think that this is a good idea. Unless I'm missing something here, because obviously food isn't exactly my expertise, right? Not exactly a chef by any means. But it does seem like a much better option to release it as seasoning, where people can do it themselves. I do think that that will probably stop a lot of people purchasing it, to be fair, because I'd rather just purchase a sauce that tastes nice. But it does seem like a much safer way of doing it. So if people really want their sauce to be blue or pink, then I guess they could do this.
And right now, I'm just focused on moving in a positive direction. All of 2023 and at the end of 2022, I was in a complete defense mode, and I refuse to be that way, especially for something that I didn't do.
I mean, you did lie in the GoFundMe and try and get donations from people claiming that Dave's Gourmet didn't pay you, when in actual reality they paid you $120,000, which is much more than most people in the world. I'm pretty sure that put you in like the top few percentage of earners, right? I'm not very good with statistics really, but I think that's true. I mean, she earned a good income, a very good income, and she kind of lied about it to get donations off people, which it's a bit grim, innit?
Learn from my mistakes and learn about selecting a partner and getting into contracts, and you know what to look out for when you're signing a contract, because the piece of paper that I have is not even a contract. However, like I told y'all on my live, I have a recording of the entire conversation. It's about an hour and 30 minutes long. But I have to keep that for myself for legal purposes because something has to be done about this.
Okay, so it seems like she is gonna try and sue Dave's Gourmet when she's in a better financial situation. She's kind of like announcing it as like a pre-order. I mean, that'll be very interesting. She says she has this phone call with them, which doesn't really mean much because she didn't really explain what's in the phone call, but maybe there's something incriminating on it, who knows? But that might be a future update if we ever get to that point.
And I just want to say thanks so much for the support from the people who support me. And for my people who may be going through a hard time right now, never give up. Never give up on your business. Never give up on your vision. Never give up due to hard times or mistakes that you have made in the past. Keep going, because tomorrow just might be the day you win.
I mean, it's a good message, to be fair, at the end of the video. Hopefully, this release goes a lot more swimmingly than the previous one. There's no problems. And you never know, maybe the product will become successful one day. Who knows? I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about in today's video. And if you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.